keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Now here's Lee, stolen by Thompson. And pushing it up is Cleveland. The Cavaliers again in transition. From deep, James, and another three for Cleveland.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
5 on the clock. Here's Shorty, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Here's Jennings, following the basket by LeBron James. Again, the miss by Lee.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Now here's Jennings. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And there's the call on Jefferson. That's his first foul. And New York making a changes. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in. Irving comes in for Richard Jefferson. And McCray subbed in for Shorty. A different look now for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for James. Irving from long range. And the shot is good. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And so here is New York, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Jennings can't get it to go.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Here's the three, and another three for Cleveland.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard. And
that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all, just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that.
On its way from Irving for 2, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. Made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Jennings passes to Kuzminskis. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 4 assists in the game. Cleveland controlling the game. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip.
You know, really, quite honestly, Shumpert is as good as it gets when you consider knocking down shots like that.
Irving with the steal, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 16 points.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cavaliers ahead, delivering the blowout. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 5 steals. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing? And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
As we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
How about the night Irving is having? He's got 16 points and also 5 steals. This is something special. I mean, he hasn't missed a single shot.
It's really hard to put in words just what he's doing out on the floor.
On the court for Cleveland, the forwards are LeBron and Thompson. Irving is out there with Boss, and it's Love in at the center.
He is
House fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Count the bucket.
As hot as he is here tonight.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 5 assists tonight. And here in the second, their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year. Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
That's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Boss gets the bucket. King Carter's got 17 now.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
The dish now to James. Back to King Carter. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Anthony kicks it to Noah. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Jennings against Irving. The kick out to LeBron to the left side wing. Holiday against King Carter. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. King Carter's got 23 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Jennings against LeBron. Here's Porzingis. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Lee in for Brandon Jennings. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Johnson. Amon Shumpert has come in for James. McCray's checked in for Kevin Love. And it's Shorty in for Kyrie Irving. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch four in the NBA.
Good call.
King Carter against Anthony. The drive by King Carter. Oh, he misses the dunk.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. King Carter's got 28. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Jones checked in for King Carter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play going to the line for one.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
And the call will go against Boomer. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. There's the pick. Kicks it to Jones. From deep, another three for Cleveland.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Wide open look. No good.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. They've actually done a great job on the board.
Dunleavy's check in for Shorty. Fry passes to McCray. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Three-pointer. That is good. McCray has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Holiday with the three, and it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Cleveland's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. 35 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. And the shot no good from McCray. New York's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Jones drives in. The pass to Shumpert. Shoots it up. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Knicks shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Noah is out there with Lance Thomas. Then it's Lee, then it's Rose, and it's Kuzminskas in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And the dunk by Jefferson.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Lee gets the bucket.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
35, 113.
Williams against Rose. Tries a 3. It's a pick by Love, and that one's good.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Rose dishes to Lee. From the arc. Shot is off, and Cleveland will come the other way.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Cavaliers making a switch here. James is checked in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
That's good from Vujicic.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Lee against James. Shoots from the right block. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. The drive by James, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity. Well, LeBron James, long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
What a game for LeBron. He's got 19 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And, Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond. And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Back to Irving. To the paint. The 9-foot shot. That's good from Williams, the assist by Irving.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high-flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Shorty, he's checked in for Cleveland. And Thomas has it in the corner. Back to Rose. And a wide-open look for Lee. Offensive rebound.
He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like every one is his, and that tip-in paid off for him.
Cavaliers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Count that one.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Jefferson. And McRae's subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Over to the wing. Here's Vujacic. Off target from outside. Cavaliers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. To the left side wing. Here's Shorty, covered by Vujacic. Shorty, he just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Lee outside. Stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here we go. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. This guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's McRae, covered by Lee. From deep three-point range, another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on Joakim Noah's injury with our Doris Burke.
Well, gentlemen, New York's head athletic trainer gave me an update. It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. Losing a player like him is a big blow to this team who lean on him to do so much. Someone else will have to step up, Kevin.
All right, Doris. We will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
Here's Kuzminskis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Boss. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Free throw, no good from Shumpert. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good. Here's McRae. Passes it to Fry. The shot. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Tristan, what was Coach's focus for this team coming into tonight's game?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come in here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Tristan, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.